Okay, we are in a discussion of AWS solution architect. I have been showing you guys previous videos how AWS services are linked to availability zones and regions. We just need to understand how they are linked to these availability zones and regions, and some of the services are globally to understand and to give a solution uh, to place these services in a resilient way with the high availability and fault tolerance, right? And today's video, I'm going to show you some of the few services we've been discussing in the previous videos, and I want to show you how they works in AWS cloud. Some of you guys might have already a hands-on experience, but the ones who doesn't have an idea haven't worked. I'm going to show you one of the service today. The first service we're going to looking into portal is EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. So under Elastic Compute Cloud, right, it's a virtual service, but as you see in left-hand side in a column with the categories, this Elastic Compute Cloud, they are not only virtual servers, they link to so many other products as we discuss under computer uh, services, right? If I tell you an example, this EC2 instance are linked to Elastic Container Services, Elastic Kubernetes Services, here Lightsail, Lambda, Elastic Beanstalk, batch processing. Also, they are linked to load balancing and auto scaling, right? So we just need to understand all of these to uh, make sure we understand all these services linked to EC2. They're not going to ask you a question about what is EC2 or something like that. They all of will be based on EC2 instant based services, right? And what we're going to do today, I'm going to create a launch template under instances. So we briefly look into what is a launch template, and then we're going to create a launch template, and we're going to use that launch template for creating an auto scaling group and a load balancer, right? So that is the intention of this video, and then we probably will looking into more details information from next video, more advanced features. But this video we're going to looking into creating how do you create a launch template, and then how do you create an auto scaling group from that, as well as how do you create a load balancing. All right, let's get started, right? I'll go to a launch template. So, briefly, I will explain what is a loan template. Actually, a loan template is a standardized uh, template which we can create and keep, and then we can create different versions of that template, and we can use in the future. I'll take an easy example, right? let's say you work for organization. That organization got certain policies. You may have user policies, mm, let's say IAM policies, and you probably have some of the resource policies, like what resources you can use in your compute, and then you might have some compliance policies. So you might have some security policies. So you can create a template using these policies to standardize one of the instant template, and then you can use sorry you can use that template when you generate new instances. That will enable you to apply those policies easily, as well as uh, you can have even distribution of your instances, right? They all are compliance to these policies and whatever your requirement. And the other advantage is on the go. Mm. When it changes your policies or your compliances, you can use that old template, existing template, to modify that template to create another version. Let's say you have a version in 2024, and you can use that to modify in 2025 with your new modifications, and you can keep that one to use in the future to generate these instances. All right. Saying that, let's create a launch template. But in my case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a Linux launch template, which has a simple basic web page. So we'll create a script and run the script while the template is launching, and then you can see a basic web page with Apache web service. All right, let me go and click on create web template. Sorry, create launch template. Right, launch template. Okay, what is that's called launch template 01. Right, copy. All right, so this is a similar you launching an instance like a virtual machine. So I'm going to use Amazon machine image. Go to quick start, right? Use Amazon Linux. That should be right. And then you go instant type. The one available for me is in my sandbox is T2 micro. And then I'm going to create a new key pair to log in into these machines. That's called KP01 key pair. Key pair 01. Okay, so that one going to be PPK. I'm going to use putty, create a key pair that is downloading private key, so it's available to me to use. All right. So the network settings, see that I got a different subnet. I'm going to use. Uh, so I'm going to create a security group here, right? Is the one. So security group. What I want in the security group, I'm going to enable, right? So VPC is my default VPC. Just going to add two rules. One is enable HTTP, that means web traffic from anywhere. And then I'm going to add another rule to enable SSH, me to log in into this machine to changes necessary. So to HTTP 80 port 18 web traffic, and then SSH, right? And under advanced details, I'm going to copy a script to uh, that is script, right? So let me show you that this is script, right? Um, for reason this one. Uh, so copy. This is what we're going to paste. So copy and paste. And this one, when the Linux machine starts, this will install a web service, simple HTTPD Apache, and it will come up with the Linux web server, right? This web server one, right? So let me go create launch template. Just creating launch template, right? It's ready, right? So just AWS just giving a suggestion. So next step. So using a launch template, you can launch an instance if you need it. Create an auto scaling group for your template. You can create auto scaling group as well as you can create a spot plate, create spot instances, right? So go to launch template. So this is the launch template. So if I take this one, see that the versions, you got only one version. Under actions, you can do modify template. So create a new version if you need. Delete template version, set default version. So you can do modification on the way it's coming up, right? Now, what I'm going to do, let me generate a auto scaling group from this one. I can use if you need it from here using that. See that auto scaling group, or I can go here, auto scaling group, and then create auto scaling group. So this auto scaling group concept is very important, right? So what is this says? Let's do a brief discussion on this auto scaling group because this is going to come at most of times, right? Amazon easy to auto scaling help maintain the availability of your applications, right? Auto scaling groups are collections of Amazon easy to instance that enable automatic scaling and fleet management features. These features help you to management health and availability of your application. So this is the thing like let's say you got a web server in your own premises. So this one got a more better features than whatever is running in on premises. Like you don't have a auto scaling ability. If you have like on premises something running, it's only a one web server. If it fails, you have to install again and you have to get service ready. In here, see auto scaling group is a logical group of EC2 instances, right? So in an auto scaling group, you can define minimum size. So one, decide capacity two, or something like that, and maximum size, how many instances you can have when it's the more loads coming in, maximum load, scale out as needed. So the policies, whatever the rules we're going to put, scales out this auto scale group as needed, right? And you can do it manually or you can create a rule, right? So the benefits and features, so this is important. So fault tolerance, right? Detect the instance is unhealthy then they terminate it and launch a new instance to replace it, right? And then availability, right? Your application always has right amount of capacity to handle the current traffic demand. When you got a more demand, more instances will pop up, and then when you got a less demands, it will terminate some of the instance to make sure uh, it satisfy the demand. Cost management save money by dynamically launching instance when they are needed and terminating when they are not needed, right? And the other one is this is also support load balancing, right? That will automatically distribute incoming connection to a balanced way, and also Amazon Cloud Watch. So you can use Amazon Cloud Watch to enable scaling policies and monitor metrics for your auto scaling groups and EC2 instances, right? All right. So with that brief introduction, let's try to create auto scaling group, right? So what we're going to create auto scaling group. All right, just put auto scale group one, and then now we're going to use the template we created on template 01. Once you load the template, it will come up with the details, right? Next. All right, so now launch options. So it will gives you a availability zone you can select. Let me select three availability zones. So I've got three availability zones, three different data centers. That's the meaning of three availability centers. US is 1A, one data center, 1B, second data center, 1C is the third data center. They are in three different locations, right? And these features coming up, availability zone distribution, balance, base effort, right? And this is balance only. This will keep, in this case, if launches fail in one availability zone, it will go to another availability zone and generate a healthier instance. If here one availability zone fails, it will keep trying to attempt to generate an instance in that failing availability zone, right? All right, leave it a balance base effort. Right, so here auto scaling group, point of auto scaling group, you can put a load balancer, right? I'm not going to do it in here now, right? And then you can do health checks, right? And then we'll go next. All right. So this is where you can define your capacity, right? So I'll say I need to decide capacity two, and minimum one, maximum capacity, decide capacity is three, put a three here, two, three here, right? And here you can set up metric based policies. See that here? Go here, target tracking, scaling policy, and you can use any of these metrics, and then you can use the target value. When you reach this target value, it will add up, scaling will start coming up. Also, you need to understand this instance warm up. Warm up means once a new instance launch, we'll give it a time before counting it as one of these instance in the group. The count, that timing gives you to new instance to become stable, like getting ready, the machine up and running, and then the services like web services get up and running, and it's become a complete available instance in the group, right? Otherwise, if you don't give the time, it might generate more instance without looking into these statistics, right? So these value usually 5 minutes, 300 seconds by default. You can define a different value if you need it, but it's very important to understand warm up duration, right? So, but in this today, we're not going to do any scaling policies, but we're going to be looking into these ones in one of the different videos, right? So, so target tracking scaling policy we can do, and then here maintenance policy you can define additional capacity settings, additional settings, right? I'm not going to do anything for the moment and go next, right? And this is the option of a notification. You can send a notification, email, or whatever methods, right? When a auto is scaling launches or terminate instance, so you know getting an email sort of thing, but we're not going to do it now, maybe later. Okay, so tag, you can optionally tag instance, right? Specifying launch instance, right? Uh, this will tag, right? So let's tag it as a new instance or something in in the new instance, right? Value, whatever value, right? So we'll go next, and then you get all the details you can edit. And finally, I'm going to go create auto scaling group. That will start creating auto scale group of desired capacity to minimum 1 and maximum 2. All right, if you go to EC2 and go to instance, you will see that will launch instances. See that? Instances are coming up. You got these public IP addresses. If you go into these public IP addresses, you could see going to go web service up and running. They are still coming up. I'm too early to check them. Let's see, they all still initializing. They will be ready in a minute. Let's have a quick look. Once they say okay. So you want to see that Linux web server coming up. Right. Just going to show you because can't see that. Let me show you. Right. See that it's coming up. Linux web server. And then we can try the other one as well. Try the other one. What is the other one? Copy. Yeah, second server's coming up as well, right? That's good. All right, so that is how we create instances, right? Say initializing. That's now running. See that? Are they ready, right? Both instances. All right, so that is how we create an auto scaling group, right? Now, what I'm going to do, just need to do creating. I'm going to create a load balancer, right? Load balancer, right? See this load balancer. To create a load balancer, just need to create a target group, right? Target group. So let me create a target group first. Right? I'm going to use the same two machines for this target group, right? Create a target group. So this target group can be instances, can be IP addresses, can be a lambda function, so application load balancer, right? TG01, called TG01, right? VPC, good. Protocol version, we'll leave it. Health checks, or good codings, right? And I'm going to add these two into target group, right? So I'm adding create target group. So we all created a target group, right? Now we can go and create a load balancer, right? Create a load balancer, right? There are different type of load balance, application load balancers you can have, network load balancer and gateway load balancers. So I'm going to use this one because I just need a network load balancer. All right, LB01, I say it's LB01. So this is internet paging. So we should be able to check from the web, like public web, right? And then, oh, quite good. Three. Let's say there's three regions, right? Well, we'll design three of them, right? Security group. I'm going to this one because of we need a web and SSH, right? And here, listener is at port 80. And I'm going to go refresh. Target group is not available yet. Right. Let me check with the target group. Create a target group, but I don't think it's available yet. Uh, just going to duplicate the tab. Or let me go and target and find out whether target group is available. So this one is there now, non-associated target group is there. Mm, so you have to refresh, save the page. Or it will be 01. Take a while sometimes to come up. Carry out this one and indicate it's T01. That's right. Target group. Still not ready. Let me refresh my page. Going to go back to city or target group is there. All right. Actions associated with the new load balancer. Or we can use that way. LP01, right? One, two, three. Yeah, going to get ST01, TG01. It's available now. It took a little while. So you can do like a cloud front application, web application firewall, right? Or you can do web application firewall, or you can do global accelerated fast content delivery method. They will all you can optimize the integration. That we spend a lot of money on these ones anyway. All right, so let's go and create load balancer. Progress successfully created. So, so this is actually a DNS information. When it's ready, you should be able to log in from here. Let me give you a new one. Oh, it's not coming up yet. Probably take a little while. Will be okay. So these ones could take. All right. Hmm. Oh, we can't use HTTPS. Then use HTTP. Not yet ready. Load balancers. So this one, see that DNS name. This is the one we using copy. Not ready yet. Take a while. It came up now. See, it's coming up. Linux web server. Okay. We can't identify where it's coming up because it's only showing a Linux web server, right? What we're going to do is go into these EC2 instances, right? I'm going to log in and change the current ones, right? So let's copy the IP address, go here, paste in go SSH credentials, browse, keep there, and browse, and right, so go here, session, and go open, exit, right, EC2 user, right, I'm in that machine. Just going to change one setting in there. So go sudo vi wow www html index. Just going to change I insert one, escape, WQ, exit, right? Exit, exit. Alright, I'm going to go to next one, copy, okay, go to session, paste, exit, EC2, user, sudo, minus this, VI, wow, HTML, index, I, 02, escape, right, exit. Alright, let's go back into this one and we'll refresh. Right, come up with a web server one. Let me try with it. It's coming. Oh, it's coming up with web server two. See that? Coming two. When you try to refresh, it's coming up first, and then it's come up with the second one. It's coming up one, coming up two, one, two. So that's how it's the balancing the service, like going into web server one and two. So that's how it balances traffic to one server from one server to the other one. Uh, I think today's video, how long we've been doing? 37 minutes already. I'm going to finish this video today, and then we'll have a look at the features. How do we going to create auto scaling group rules and other stuff from one of the next video. Until then, thank you very much.